week into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Throwing, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Now Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Off the play fake. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Open man, the tight end Henry. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. The CD, I know it's just his... Second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 26. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To the air on first down with Pickett. This is intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. So problems with air and passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They run again with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. His throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 37. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Jones now. Off play action. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And he finds Parker here, complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Folks' kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw right sideline is complete. 23 yards on the play.
And what many term is a down year for rookie quarterbacks, the Steelers took Pickett 20th overall because they knew him better than any other quarterback in the draft. They consider him the most pro-ready passer in the class. He's got plenty of gunslinger in him as well. You give him an inch of space to make a throw, he's going to try and make it into him.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Pickett back to throw.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 41.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Jones on 1st and 10. That's caught by Myers. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt.
Folk's kick is good.
And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 16.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Pickett now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. 48
for Mike. Here's Pickett on 2nd down. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
That one good for 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to Stevenson on 1st down. And he'll work down inside the 45.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition,
and my goodness, another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Myers. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 2nd down and 3.
They hand this off to Harris. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things. Pickett lost it.
And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Pickett.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Alex Highsmith
coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Now a handoff, Stevenson.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now Nick Folk. His career long, 56 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw, Pickett. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. And the Pats are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Pickett backed up into his end zone here.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Pickett.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On for the extra point is Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. First and 10, here's Pickett. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Pats, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.